This is a narrated screen recording of the CATForms Records program, and in this video we're taking a look at the new report cards. These report cards are produced as PDF files that can be printed directly from the browser, such as Chrome or Firefox, or they can be downloaded and saved. You generally get better printing results if you use a Firefox browser, or if you download and use, for example, the Foxit Reader, which is a free download, or the Adobe Reader, which is also free. When printing these cards, there is the outside and the inside, and so you need to print these duplex. If you have a duplex printer, make sure that you set your printing to flip on the short edge. If you have a regular printer that does not handle duplex, print the odd numbered pages and then flip them over and print the even numbered pages to get the proper appearance of the finished product. On the front of the report card, notice that you have the school name, you have the student common name at the bottom, and also the reporting period, which is the fourth quarter of 2019 to 2020. And this then is the back of the report card, the area for the conduct report, and this information is filled in with a pen by the teacher after printing is complete. There are three sections: work habits, relationships, and personal growth. And beside each item in each section is a box, and the teacher will mark either a plus, a minus, or leave it blank, depending on how the teacher feels the student has done. There's a section for comments, and then notice the guide to the conduct grades explaining the plus, the minus, and the no mark. And then looking at the different styles, this is the Edison style. Here is the Newton style, and notice how long the school name has become. This gives room for names to expand, whether it's a school name or a student name. And also notice this is the fourth reporting period. These cards are designed to work with schools that use a 6-week reporting period instead of a quarter. Some more examples of different styles with long names. Here you have a school name that wraps around and a student name that wraps around as well. And this would be the Doc style. And then here's the Edison version with a long name, a long school name, and a long student name. And then also the Gutenberg version. And the long name wraps around here, and again you have room for a long student name. Let's go back to the original one with the normal names here and look at the inside of the card. At the top again you have the name, you have the formal name, and Kathy was born on 1/1 of 2013. She's in room 1, grade 1, and her teacher is Miss Irene, and again this is the fourth quarter of 2019 to 2020. The reports on the inside, there's three sections: the academic report, the attendance report, and the conduct report. In the academic report you have a number of headings: subject, Bible, English, math, and so on, the specific class, the date, the item, which is a unit or chapter that is completed, and the score. And let's just take a look at one example here. Here's the CLE Math 100. And we have 3 light units that were completed in this quarter by Kathy, 108, 109, and 110. And you have a class summary for this specific math class. For the quarter, Kathy completed 3 units, and she got an average of 91.7%, which translates into an A-. For the semester, and this would be the second semester since it's the fourth quarter at the end of the school year, Kathy completed 6 units and had an average of an A-, a 91.3% for those 6 light units. And then for the year, Kathy completed 10 math light units and got an average of an A, which is a 93.2%. Now there are classes, or there may be units that there is no score, or the score was a 0 for one reason or another. CLE Bible has no tests at the end of the light unit, but you still want to record that, and this score is blank since there's no test there. Another thing that occurs is that you may have a class, in this case grade 1 memory, that is starred and excluded from the summary. It shows up here but it does not become part of the academic summary. And if you count all the light units that have scores and that are not excluded, there are 11 light units in this quarter for Kathy, and she has an average of an A- and a 92.1%. Notice also the attendance report. There's the date of the absence, and either a half-day absent, a full-day absent, or tardy. And a tardy counts as 1/3 day absent. This particular student was absent for a day and a half, and if she had been tardy for a day, it might show like a 1.8 instead of a 1.5. There's a reason for the absence, an optional note, and whether that absence was excused or not, according to your school policies. There is also a conduct report, and again you have the date, the item, what the student did that constituted reporting, and what the teacher's response was. There's also room for a note, and notice that the note can expand. If it's long enough, it simply takes up more room and everything else drops down a line. That also applies to the notes in the attendance report. At the very bottom then of the inside, you have a print date, the school name, the school's primary address, the school's primary phone number, and the school's primary email. And those particular items have to be marked, or else your report cards will not print. And let's just go back to the program and see where that takes place. We'll go to Our School, and in the tabs over here we have contact information. There's an email here, and it's marked as a primary contact. There's a phone number that is also marked as primary. And if you look in addresses, there is an address that's marked as a primary location. So make sure that those items are checked off in order to get your report cards to show up. And then if you wish to select between the different styles, again, you're in the right location here. You go to Settings, and you need to either be a school administrator, as Greg Sanders is here, a principal, or a school secretary. You need to be logged in with one of those three roles in order to unlock this. Normally it's locked. You can unlock it. And default report style you can select right here. Newton is the only one that will show up if you have a standard subscription, but then there's three optional or three premium ones that you can select from, and we'll go with the Gutenberg here and save that. To actually print out the report cards, or to go to where they are, if you are a school administrator, principal, or secretary, go to this year and click on Students. If you are a teacher, you won't see that, but you'll have My Classroom under this year and My Students, and you would click on that. Here's our whole list of students, and it really doesn't matter which student is selected here. We'll stay with Kathy Martin here. But over in the tabs, click on Scores, and we'll let Kathy's scores load here. And then select the reporting period that you want to have report cards printed for. She's got her first reporting period scores here. Let's go to a fourth one and click on any row that has 4 here, for example, and then click the print button here. This is running off of a live online database, so it may take just a few seconds here for that to load. And here we have the Gutenberg style report card for Kathy Martin, 4th quarter 2019 to 2020, and the interior information, which is exactly the same as we showed you in the Edison, but in a different style. Thank you.